Hello everyone, this is Varaprasad and I am presenting you the daily current affairs which are useful for SSC, RRB and other government examinations. Let us start the session with this. World Bank named Carmen Reinhardt as its new vice president and chief economist, tapping an expert on financial crisis who also serves on the advisory board of New York Federal Reserve. Reinhardt's appointment is effective on June 15, 2020. Reinhardt has a PhD, Doctor of Philosophy from Columbia University and currently teaches international economics at Harvard Kennedy School. She has also worked at the Peterson Institute for International Economics, International Monetary Fund, and University of Maryland. She served as professor at Harvard University, United States, has published a book entitled This Time is Different 8 Centuries of Financial Folly, together with economist Kenneth Rogoff of Harvard University in 2009. In 2018, Reinhardt was awarded the Kim John Carlos Prize in Economics and NABE's National Association for Business Economics Adam Smith Award. RITES, Rail India Technical and Economic Service, has signed an agreement for acquiring 24% stake in Indian Railway Station Development Corporation for 48 crore rupees. Indian Railway Station Development Corporation, a joint venture of Rail Land Development Authority and IRCON International, is tasked with redeveloping railway stations across the country. During the lockdown, the company delivered the 188 route kilometer Vijaypur Pachor Road Maxi section railway electrification project in Madhya Pradesh. Besides working from home on various projects, tenders and designing based projects, it continued its operation at most of the locomotive leasing sites and inspection office at Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. Now key project activities have been resumed at various sites like rail line doubling project at Guti Dharmavaram, railway electrification work in Rajasthan, project monitoring services at several rail connectivity work of power plants and coal mines, workshops modernization at Bikaner in Rajasthan, Kurudwadi in Maharashtra, etc. ITC signs share purchase agreement to acquire Sunrise Foods. This is to help the company cement its position in the country's fast-moving consumer goods market. ITC entered into a share purchase agreement on 23rd May 2020 to acquire 100% of equity share capital of SFPL, a company primarily engaged in business of spices under the trademark Sunrise, ITC said in a press release on Sunday. The move will help ITC expand its FMCG business, which at present spans packaged foods to personal care products. The proposed acquisition is aligned with ITC's strategy to rapidly scale up its FMCG business in a profitable manner, leveraging its institutional strengths through deep consumer insight, a deep and wide distribution network, agri-commodity sourcing expertise, cuisine knowledge, strong rural linkages, and packaging know-how, the company said. The acquisition will also help ITC ramp up its spice business in the country. ITC already sells spices under its Ashirwad brand, popular in markets such as Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The proposed acquisition will augment the company's product portfolio and is aligned to ITC's aspiration to significantly scale up its spice business and expand its footprint across the country. Fintech startup Jaggle has partnered with payments technology major Visa to launch innovative payment solutions for SMEs and startups. Under this partnership, both the companies will jointly create solutions for small and medium enterprises and startups to improve productivity, efficiency, and automate processes and reduce costs, along with focusing on easy and faster credit through a unique card which will have 4x prepaid along with credit, Jaggle said in a statement. Jaggle will leverage Visa's expertise in payments space to co-create and build new solutions for SMEs and will also be able to acquire new customers and merchants and get the latest support for new technology, innovations and ideas. This partnership will help us expand our services and client base who need to improve automation and digitize spends to bring in more transparency. In addition to this, our collaboration focuses on improving the working capital management of SMEs who are in dire need of a payment instrument that will help optimize and improve cash flows for all their business expenses, Jagiel founder Rajan Fani said. Maruti Suzuki Limited has joined hands with Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company Limited to launch Buy Now Pay Later financing scheme to make the purchase of its car even more convenient. Under the scheme, customers have the option to avail a 60-day surcharge on their EMI. However, this offer is available on select Maruti Suzuki models and is applicable on loan payments due on or before June 2020. Maruti Suzuki India has a network of 3,086 car retail outlets across 1,964 cities and towns, while Cholamandalam Investment has about 1,100 branches spread across semi-urban and rural markets in India. The partnership will enhance both the company's convenience by offering customized retail financing to the customers. Apart from Maruti, Tata Motors and Mahindra have also rolled out similar financing schemes this week. Edelweiss General Insurance launches Pay-As-You-Go Motor OD Floater Policy. Private non-life insurer Edelweiss General Insurance has launched a motor insurance own damage product under the sandbox method, where customers will be able to switch the policy cover on or off depending on when the vehicle is used. Motor own damage protects the vehicle from damages due to accidents or other instances like fire and theft. The premium is calculated depending on the driver profile, including the age and number of years of driving experience. This is a floater policy, and up to 3 vehicles can be insured under one policy. Basic protections under the motor OD cover, including fire and theft, would continue 24/7, and it is only accident damage component that is switched on or off. After COVID-19, this product has become more relevant. Safer the driver, lower is the premium. People need to conserve liquidity and improve cash position in this economic situation, and this product could help save costs. International Missing Children's Day is observed globally on 25th May every year. This day is observed for missing children who have found their way home, remember those that are victims of crime, and continue efforts to seek out those are still missing. 25th May is now widely referred to as Missing Children's Day, with the Forget Me Not flower as its emblem. The day was proclaimed in 1983 by US President Ronald Reagan. In 2001, 25th May was first formally recognized as International Missing Children's Day. To join an effort on the part of International Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Missing Children Europe, and therefore the European Commission. Southern reaches of Western Ghats yield 3 new plant species. A team of scientists of Botanical Survey of India have reported the discovery of 3 new plant species from evergreen forest patches of southern end of Western Ghats in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The 3 new species are Eugenia sarocarpa of rose apple family, and Goniothalmus syricus of custard apple, and Memicyclone nervosum of Kayambu family were discovered during a recent exploration led by Botanical Survey of India scientists. Congress MLA from Jharkhand Rajendra Prasad Singh died. He was 75. Singh was suffering from lung infection and died at 12:30 in the hospital in New Delhi. His personal assistant Mithilesh Kumar Tiwari said, condoling Singh's death, Chief Minister Hemant Soren tweeted, I am saddened at the passing away of Rajendra Singh ji. Jharkhand has lost a hard-working and such a sevak. Several political and trade union leaders expressed grief at Singh's death. The 4-time MLA of Bermo constituency began his political career in 1963 and went on to become INTUC's National General Secretary President of Rashtriya Colliery Mazdoor Sangh and an AICC member. Indian hockey player Balbir Singh Dosanjh passed away. He was a part of 3-time Olympic gold medal winning Indian hockey team, that is, in London Olympics 1948, Helsinki Olympics in 1952, and Melbourne Olympics in 1956. In 1956 Olympics, he was the captain of Indian team that won the gold medal after defeating Pakistan in the finals. Balbir Singh Dosanjh was the only Indian among 16 legends who were chosen by the International Olympic Committee across modern Olympic history. He has also an unbeaten record of scoring most goals by an individual in men's hockey final of Olympics under his name. The last one of the session is Sports Authority of India has deposited 30,000 rupees each as out of pocket allowance in accounts of 2,749 Kelo Indian athletes. The amount added up to 8.25 crore rupees in all. In a press release, Sports Authority of India said that the money has been transferred to the bank accounts of athletes. A total of 2,893 athletes will be given the pocket allowance, with the funds for the remaining 144 athletes to be transferred by end of this month. The allowance is for first quarter of 2020-21. Athletes from 35 states and union territories have been given the allowance in 21 sporting disciplines, with the maximum number of them in Maharashtra 386 and Haryana 381, Delhi 225, Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Reacting to the disbursement of Kelo India allowances, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiran Rijiju said that athletes are our priority and will receive full support at all times. The out-of-pocket allowance is 1.20 lakh rupees annually and is a part of Kelo India scholarship of 6.28 lakh rupees that is given to each athlete selected under the scheme. We are providing you the PDF of this entire session in the description box below. People who want to download the PDF can go to the description box and click on that link so that you can download the PDF. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to our channel for more updates. Please give your valuable suggestions in the comment box.